Okay. Hello,
Hello,
Giordie.
good. Hi, Serena. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Yep, all good down in Rome. What's it like up in Milan?
Yeah, it's lovely. Trying to avoid cabin fever, but going great. At least it's been a nice day so far.
Fantastic. A great start. Great start.
Hello, everyone
So,
watching. Tell us about yourselves.
I wonder what everyone's doing today. Are
So,
they going to
Serena,
be keeping themselves busy doing a jigsaw or maybe watching some TV or doing some yoga in the house or playing Twister? What would you do? If you had Twister, would you play it?
you need somebody else to do it, though, don't you?
Yeah, I guess.
Hello, Deborah. How are you? Where are
Hi,
you
Deborah.
from?
Oh, I bet she's from Bologna. What do you think? Let's guess.
Oh, I don't know.
Hmm.
Where
I
are you
reckon
from
she's from
originally,
Bologna.
Serena?
Me? I'm from Limerick in the southwest of Ireland. Yes, and you?
Okay, and how long have you been in Italy?
I've been here for 10 years, more or less.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. How about you?
I'm from London in the UK, and I've been here now for coming up to 5 years.
Aha.
Always in, yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. Oh,
What part of
Serena, what
London
are
are
we
you
going to
from?
do today?
Here we go.
From North
Sorry,
London.
North London. Wonderful. Deborah?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got Anna Grazia. Hello, Anna Grazia. Okay. There's a little bit of a delay on my side, Giordie. I'm sorry if I'm a bit slow in replying.
No,
Ah,
no
she's from.
problem. We always talk over there anyway, so it's fine. From Genova.
Sometimes I do some sport at home. Ah, really cool. Hello from Rome. I've never been to
Good, good.
Geneva. Have you been to Geneva, Giordie?
I have. It's lovely. I went to the aquarium as
Oh,
well. I've got some family there. Um, and luckily, I got some good weather as well. So it was very
oh,
nice. Have
yes.
you?
No, I've never been. I've never been to Geneva. I'd like to go there. Oh, we have an
Well, then we have
Alessandro.
Alessandro.
Hello
Naples
from.
is beautiful.
Yeah, that's probably one of my most favorite places to go.
It's very chaotic, but beautiful, I have to say.
Yes, it's got its charm. And then, oh, Anna Grazia.
Yeah.
She's reading, working in English. Fantastic. Okay, so today we're going to talk about a foreign visitor in your city. Right. So my city is Limerick, and Giordie, your city is?
London.
Yes. And then we have Alessandro from Naples, and also we have Deborah from Geneva, and Grazia. Where are you from? We'll all get to talk about our lovely cities in this focus.
So, Serena,
Jordan,
what
would you
is a
like to begin?
foreign visitor?
Yeah. What is a foreign visitor? A foreign visitor is somebody who isn't from your country that comes to your country to visit on holiday.
So you mean like when you come to see eventually, when we can all go out again?
Yes, well, I guess so, yes. I'm yeah, definitely. Or if you come down to Rome.
Hopefully soon. I just this quarantine is just making me want to explore Italy, and that's it. I want to go out and
Oh,
see things.
yeah, it's an it's like forever ending. The beauty is unbelievable. There's not one angle of Italy that I thought, oh, well, that wasn't very nice. Every angle of the country was just mind
Uh,
blowing. Mind blowing. Right, would you like to read, Giordie?
Especially today, we've got yeah. So activity: learn how to host a foreign visitor, hospitality, and be a foreign exchange host.
Hmm. What is a foreign exchange host?
See, now I don't know if you've ever done it before. Some people do accept people from foreign countries and hosts them in their home and their city, shows them around. It's actually a very nice thing. I would love to do it, but unfortunately, with Milan being rather expensive, I have not got a big flat apartment. I have only got a one bedroom, so it's quite difficult to do so. Um, but it would be something nice. Have you ever done it, Serena?
I've done it a couple of times here in Rome, partially because a lot of people come to Rome anyway, and they're mostly friends of family, so you kind of get pushed into it, let's say. But it has always been a really good experience. What about Deborah
Good. What
or
about you
Mira?
guys?
Yeah.
Have you ever been a guest in a foreign country? Have you visited somewhere that somebody has taken care of you? Let us know. I mean, Serena, where would you like to visit Italy?
Hmm. Tough choice. If I were to leave tomorrow, I would go to San Francisco.
Oh wow. Why?
Yeah. I don't know. It's always been a lifelong dream, I guess, since I was a kid to see San Francisco. It always, I don't know, appealed
Okay.
to me through the TV, obviously. Watching, in the 1980s, you have like the hills of San Francisco
Trash
or the
TV.
streets of San Francisco. And all of these, CSI and all these programs that were based in San Francisco always really intrigued me. So I'm like, oh, I want to go there. It looks beautiful. How
Okay.
about you?
Well, there are also the trams from Milan, the very famous trams that are in San Francisco as well. So you could see a
Is that
little
the
bit
one
of
that
Milan
goes
in San
to
Francisco.
the tram that goes to is it Lamberte, the part of Milan?
Lambrate.
Lambrate is the tram that goes to
Yeah, I mean
Lambrate.
we've got quite a few. Yeah, we've got quite a few tram lines actually, but they're the old-fashioned trams that are very nice. Some people don't even know that they still use them, but they're really nice
Very
actually.
charming.
Problem if you hit a bump, pardon?
They're very charming.
Yeah, the only problem is if you hit a bump or a problem in the road, the whole carriage basically jumps with you.
Oh, Deborah. Let's see what she says. So I've never hosted someone, and neither I have been a guest. I usually prefer to go to hotel despite house of someone I do not know. Oh, interesting. Okay. Would we say, Giordie, would we say I'd never host or hosted?
I think because here we're talking about something in the past, aren't we?
Yes, and we're using
You know,
which
so
tense?
something that's happened or not happened. Is that present perfect?
It is, yes. So we have subject plus have plus never plus
So
past Participle. Yeah. So we would say, in this case, host is a verb, and then we would use it in the past participle form, which is hosted.
Hosted.
Yeah. And
Woohoo!
I agree, though, with Deborah. The fact of
But
staying
Alice,
in a hotel, I much prefer staying in a hotel.
well, the luxury of staying in a hotel.
Yeah. How about Alessandro? What does he say? I've been a guest in a friend of mine's house for a week in Malta. Ooh, Malta. After that, his
Wow.
parents wanted to kill us.
Why was that, Alessandro? Tell us. What did you do? What
We
did you
want
get
to
up
know.
to?
What did you
So
do?
Anna Grazia has been to Oxford.
To Oxford. Wow. I've never been to
Yeah,
Oxford.
Oxford is beautiful. The university cities of England are very nice, are very characteristic.
Yeah.
As a guest in a friend of mine's. Okay, so a friend of mine's house. It's the same. Is that a friend that you're still in contact with? Have they come over to Italy? Let us know, Anna Grazia.
Okay, and Alessandro gave us a little bit more information here. So he said, oh, I've hosted this friend at my home for my birthday after there was the same situation as Malta. Alessandro, I worry. What do you do with people? Oh my goodness.
We need more info.
Yes, please drop it in. So Anagatia likes Oxford very much, which is nice. Great. You'll have to leave some suggestions for Oxford. I've never been there, so you guys will have to help me. Okay, so Giordie.
Okay, so Serena, did a foreigner visiting your city?
Yes, I have. I was 16 and we had some foreign exchange
Is there
students.
anyone in particular?
It was a foreign exchange student from France, and he was placed in our home, so he stayed with us, and he was a pain in the butt. We didn't like him. He wasn't a very nice person, so
Okay.
I'm not going to go
Is
into
this
detail, but yeah, he couldn't speak English, and my French wasn't up to scratch. So it was just like, even when I think about it now, I'm really embarrassed. Oh, Alessandro, it was a baby version of the film Project X. So we
just
were
coming out with
approached to
a
be people who
random
have.
phrase like Del Boy from Only Fools and Horses?
Yes. How about you? Have you hosted a foreigner visiting your city?
But obviously I'm born and raised in London. We had a lot of even distant family members that used to come and see us, especially for special occasions, maybe weddings, christenings, anything like that. It was fantastic. The only downside is that guide of London. I brought people around Buckingham Palace and London Bridge, Tower Bridge. Getting to the point that I started debating if I should do it for a profession. But yeah, it was always nice to as well. Obviously, for us, it was our family, but Italian families always bring good rest.
Yeah. There's like I'm like you, half Italian, half Irish. So when my Italian family would come to visit, yeah,
But
you'd have to
have you
take them
ever
about.
been hosted by a local in a foreign city?
Yes, I
I've
have.
noticed
I have.
there's ever been hosted now.
I've been hosted a couple of times. Again, the funny experiences are always with the French. Once, well, not this. I wasn't. He was French, but we were in Belgium, and basically, it was a case where we turn up for this his friend's party, house party, and we come in, and I asked them in French if I could use the bathroom, and
And where were you? Where was the best one?
in Belgium, and basically all the houses in Belgium have the bathroom separate from the where the room with the bathtub and the toilet. They're separate. They're not in the same room. So basically, the host said, "Yes, come on in, come with me," and this was all in really bad French. I was like,
Okay.
"Yes, I need to go to the bathroom." So he comes and he gives me 3 towels, a hair dryer, and he puts me into the room with the bathtub, and he says, "I'll see you in a bit." I looked for the toilet. I didn't
Okay.
know. I was like, "No, I think we're confused. I just need to go to the toilet. I don't need a shower." So yeah, and I stayed with these guys for maybe about 4 days. That was
You know,
embarrassing.
do everything all.
Yes, and how about you, Giordie?
Us on to the next one. What are some preparations that had to be made before guests arrived?
What do you think?
No, I've just did. I could actually say when I moved to Italy, I stayed with my auntie in Milan. Uh, uh, my my auntie, she's like my Italian mum, will put it this way. She took care of me very very well. I helped her out and everything. It was fun, but that's the only time I've been hosted in a foreign city.
Okay, all right. Did she like give you any advice before you moved to Milan? Hello? So one time, like something that could help would be like some advice, cultural
So
advice, or
the comments and the
yeah,
past.
that's fine. So I was saying we could like give preparation in some advice regarding,
Uh,
transport or
no,
behaviorism.
actually,
No?
she give me. She helped me out a lot, especially.
Mm,
Yeah, I've been to Italy quite a lot before.
okay. Oh, Deborah, when you guest someone you don't know, you have to clean up all the house, and I'm not really a tidy person,
Yes.
and you should
So,
buy some valued stuff,
what
for
advice
example.
would you give your guests to Rome for the first time, Serena?
Oh, coming to Rome is quite a big thing, so I often tell people be prepared for chaos. So I try to give them advice on the order of things to see on different days, or advice about getting around, what they would need to consider to not bring valuable things with them, just to be sure. Okay. So, Giordie, there has been a massive delay. I think my internet is a bit slow. So,
Yeah, I suppose
let's look
that
at
it
Deborah's
depends on
answer.
yeah. Well, with the public transport there, how is it?
Public transport is quite dynamic. They have, I mean,
I heard the
Attack have got great apps.
transport in Rome isn't
They've got,
too great.
yeah, well, they have like really good initiatives regarding, how to get, if you collect your plastic bottles, if you bring them to the metro station, then you feed them into this machine, recycling machine, and you get a ticket. And the ticket you can use for the metro. And they also have like quite few apps, like Move It and the Attack app. But the thing is, it's not organized very well. So I try to advise my guests not to rely on
Okay,
the
so
app.
when you guest someone, what do we mean by one you don't know? This is a thing that works differently in Italian. For us, it's when you host someone.
Hello.
Yeah,
So,
Deborah, sorry, we are having a few technical issues. Go
yes.
it'll come back to normal. Before, so we say host someone. So that's when you, in your house, you have a guest. So the guest is the visitor, and the host is yourself. So you are hosting a guest in your house. Someone you don't know, you have to clean up all the house. Yeah, that's definite. The Hoover, the mop, the duster, make sure it's absolutely perfect. And also, yeah, hide some valued stuff. For example, if you have jewelry around or a watch, it's always best to keep it in your room.
What I often see
You
is
know,
in Rome, a lot of Americans on the metro,
your
like the
guest,
younger
but just
generation,
want to
they would
create
on the metro.
a problem afterwards. Let's put it that way. So that would be some potential problems as well to consider. Number four, you also could think about maybe food. If you're hosting them for one day, or if you're hosting them for, let's say, 2 weeks. What are some to consider for you, Serena?
Yeah, I think that's important. Also, maybe if you have a host that has special eating requirements, to know that where you can go to vegan restaurants or specific places for gluten, for celiacs. So it's also important.
What about you? Any problems when you've had guests in your home?
Yes, problems about food,
Therefore,
transport time.
what's always good to have around and maybe to not have around?
I remember when we had visitors in Ireland and they were Italian, we would always tell them, don't expect to find good coffee in Ireland, but in our house we have a mocha and original Italian coffee. Yes, Deborah. Some kindness for my guests, maybe to buy some food, to prepare some map of the city, some advices about restaurants and places to visit.
See, in Rome, they're also wrong directions, or at least that's what a lot of people tell me. I don't know, the fountains of Trevi. Some unlucky people.
I think, well, not always. Just unlucky people, I think, because Romans tend to be quite accommodating. They can be quite accommodating. They're happy to help. It makes them feel important, and that's the moment when you can see that Romans are proud of their city, when they're able to show you about. Okay. Anna Grazia. Cleaning is important, but also cooking food. Would we say cleaning as a noun, or would we say cleanliness? What do you think, Giordie?
Alessandro says problems about food, transport, time, and organization. Yeah, going from city to city does have they do have big differences. Yeah, places underground. Some cities work a lot longer. I mean, I know in London now there's sometimes 24/7. so that you always just in case, don't you?
Before hosting someone, you should consider where he or she comes from and the reason of his travel in order to give him some advice. Good, some advice. Good, Deborah.
Oh, advice. We don't use advices. Advice about restaurants. Yeah. I know my family is in hospitality. I've been born and raised in hospitality. We're in restaurants in London. So luckily, we're all very, very good that way.
Okay. Yes, what are the expectations?
Okay, so some essential questions to consider before preparing to host.
Who is coming? How long will they stay? What are their interests? What are their expectations for this trip?
Probably cleanliness or even tidiness. Yeah, either cleanliness or tidiness would be fine. Obviously, to be clean is good. Is to make sure everything is clean, but tidy is also important. To avoid, let's say, having a chair in the middle of the room. So to be clean and to be tidy.
Right. Expectations. Expectations, Giordie, for me is probably one of the most important things to consider when preparing for a host, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, Deb, a really good point. So before hosting someone, you should consider where they come from and the reason of their so the reason for their trip, okay, would be good in order to give, if he's here for business, if they're here for pleasure.
Clubbing, and then my best friend. 2, a weekend. 3, clubbing and my city to have cultural mornings and exciting nights. That sounds like a lot of fun, Alessandro.
Help him understand if house is adapt to his needs. We wouldn't really say it. I mean, more than anything, if it's adapt, it would be in the case of, let's say, the bedroom has to be on the ground floor, or it's accessible. Um, in this case, we would say maybe if the house is right, or if it's good for them to stay with you. Yeah, if it meets everybody's needs.
Giordie, do you go on trips for clubbing?
Serena, what about you? Where would you like to go next? If you had to organize now somewhere to go,
In Italy, I probably would go to Porto Novo in Marche.
again, I'm really sorry, guys. This must be the time that the whole of it is fine, so there are some delays. But we'll keep going, don't worry. I mean, I'd have to say, if I wanted to go somewhere, I would love to go and see Vienna. It's still a place I have not gone. I don't know. I think Vienna is a nice city. It is. So maybe the duration, a couple of days, maybe a long week. I do love architecture. What about you guys? Where would you like to go and visit next?
Right. The USA, Japan, and Thailand. Oh,
Definitely.
yes, definitely. Definitely. I would like to see Japan or Thailand. Oh goodness, everywhere around the world has got something beautiful to offer. So it's very hard to choose. Yeah. Okay. For example, if I were to choose in Italy, I would go to Porto Novo or another place in the Marche along the Adriatic Sea, which is absolutely beautiful. Florence to visit Venice, Cortina, and Villa Simius. Oh, Villa Simius.
So, Alessandro's
Ooh.
friends, a weekend clubbing morning, an exciting night. Especially the clubbing. It's been too long. I can't remember the last time I went clubbing now.
Oh goodness, maybe I think the last time I went clubbing was in 2008.
London, if you want It's great. You just need a fair amount of time. I wouldn't recommend going just for 1 or 2 days, as it's unfortunately there is a lot to see, and it depends if you want to go using the underground or if you want to go by foot. I prefer walking around London, but I am used to
Yeah, me
walking a
too.
lot.
Walking around London. Mm.
That's the only thing. If you compare the size of the city centre to other cities, it is very big. Is there a particular reason you would like to visit London? What would you like to see? Well, you know what? I wouldn't specifically to a place for clubbing unless maybe it's as there are very famous club nights there to go to. I still have to go, and I really want to. Oh, wow. USA, Japan, and Thailand. There are extremely extremely big and many different things to see. Japan is always somewhere that is, and Thailand. I love Thai food. I try to cook it all the time. So I would love to go there as well to experience the real thing. Let's say the homemade Thai food when you're there using the Thai ingredients. Okay, going on to hospitality. Now, Serena, eventually when you hear this hospitality, for me, as I said, my family, restaurants, so I'm quite used to it. Cooking for people, serving, making are happy and enjoying their food. And it brings the same as well. Once you get for work, you
I too come from hospitality. Yeah, so hospitality is from the moment someone enters your business, your restaurant, your takeaway, to the moment they go home happy. So catering and just being nice and giving them a good
colleagues
service.
often come. I was hoping this day in Sardinia. My Sardinia as well, so I was to it. But that this year we go situation. So planning for. I know that you have to book very far in advance. Is the boat Okay, so you respond was your flew back to Ireland. Asked you how was it? You respond. I generally don't. It's not. I just don't like all of the cheesy waiting delay. So I tend to manage.
Oh, I tend to sleep on the plane because I don't like
What
flying.
about
I don't
flying? Do you
like
places?
turbulence.
Hope travel plans for a suit. I can imagine that allowed out of our house, people will be traveling every. Go on and the hostess. You can always ask to eat or drink. There are signs that cost a lot more and is included. Do not like. It's something I like. I prefer nuts. See if that helps. Venice, I have to say, I visited it twice. Lovely. The only problem went during the and unfortunately there were a lot of tourists and not the nice. We'll put it that way. The city itself, beautiful. Cortina, I've never been to. Looking it up, what there is to see. I do want to visit, especially having a lot of. That I really, really want to go and see. It's beautiful. Look, beautiful. Serena, where could I see in Ireland? Recommend.
Ireland is beautiful. It is a unique country. We're very unique, like every other country, but I'm a bit more patriotic. Yeah.
I mean, but listen, guys, coming left, let us know before it finishes. Travel. Where will you? You are let out of the house. Honestly, I can't wait to be let out. Before I wanted to go to Sardinia, I think that's going to be anymore. To Rome, hopefully that'll be nice. How many people will be there?
Yeah. Okay,
For anyone who
Giordie,
doesn't know,
I
so
want to
when
thank
you're on,
you
maybe you go.
for
The change in pressure makes
today's
the plane.
focus.
Sometimes it can be very.
The delay in mind, I think it went well, considering. I hope you have a lovely day and keep in touch. Everybody, thank you so much. Remember, we've got webinars every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Every hour, different levels. You check them out. Thank you from Roma, Pontelungo.
Thanks, guys. I have to say, Florence is very beautiful. And thank you as well, sir. Good. Yeah. Some very. And thank you from Milan.